like to address families with talented children, children that hopefully are playing bass. Lemur has fractional size instruments, which you can see behind me, quarter size, half size, and then the kind of adult standard 3/4. And we also have an upgrade program that's designed to help you limit the investment that you're making in musical instruments as your child is growing. So let me talk about that first, because it's very simple. If you buy a musical instrument here at Lemur Music, and you find that it's time to upgrade to the next size, then we will buy that first instrument back for 80% of what you paid for it and apply it to the purchase of the next instrument, all of this within our Sunrise product line. And then what I'd like to do now is look at these fractional size basses and help you determine which might be the right size for your child. And I'm going to start with a small one. This is a quarter size bass. And a young person should be at least as tall as this nut piece on the instrument. So notice that the end pin is retracted all the way. And so this height here is right around 4.5 feet. So starting at about 4.5 feet, and then as your child grows, they can raise the instrument up, and I'd say up to a maximum of 5.5 feet is probably as far as you want to go. I'm going to reach for the half-size bass now. Applying that same rule of thumb to the half-size bass, a person would want to be about 5 feet tall, or I will say at least 5 feet tall, before they get into the half-size bass. And you can take this up 5'6", 5'9", and then at some point a person would want to switch over to the standard adult size, the 3/4 bass. I would say at least 5'4" makes sense. The bass is an instrument where a student can be struggling to play it, and that is not good for musicianship, and it is not good for the body, tendons, joints, and so forth. So an instrument that's too difficult to play is not a good thing. I would like to point out, while I have this half-size bass in my hand, while the quarter-size bass is available at Lemur Music in a laminated construction only, we do have half-size in both laminated and all solid wood construction. So this one here happens to be the San Pedro, which is all solid wood. And what we found is that at this size point, sometimes smaller adults or serious-minded musical families would prefer to spend a little bit more, get a better bass and a better sound to go with it. We also have, not shown here, but we also have the San Clemente model, which is our half-size laminated bass. And then what we find as students move up through the sizes, they'll graduate to a 3/4 size bass, likely in high school, and will continue with this size throughout life. There are larger basses, but this 3/4 size is really considered the adult standard. There's one, I'll call it an exception that I would like to point out. If a person is going to end up as an adult being 5'2", 5'1", something like that, there are 5/8 size instruments. I know it sounds kind of silly, but an adult in that height range would struggle with a base that's this size. And though not available as a laminated construction at this similar price point below $2,000, we do have right now the Venice model base is our 5/8, so there are options for adults in that size range.